I remember back in the day playing Dead Island 1 and absolutely loving it.
Oh my god, what was that? Holy.
So I have huge expectations for this game. Now it's finally released on PS Plus and Xbox Game Pass, there's no better time to jump in, have a good time and play some Dead Island 2 and give it an honest review. So the question is it worth playing in 2025? There's been a lot of mixed reviews when it comes to Dead Island 2, but I ain't going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to be telling the good, the bad and everything in between. So what can you expect when playing Dead Island 2?
Oh, oh that's so brutal, man.
It's a downright fun zombie hack and slash game. The combat can be repetitive at times, but to be honest, it's not a game that you can invest 100 hours into. It's a game that you'll have a blast with for the first 15-20 hours of the main story and a few side missions along the way for your first playthrough. You will definitely get your money's worth if you get this game on sale or for free on PlayStation Plus, and that's exactly what I did. So the first thing you notice when it comes to Dead Island 2 is the graphics. I'm not gonna lie here, fellas, this game looks beautiful. The map isn't huge to be fair, but the amount of details in each area is sick. From Beverly Hills to Venice Beach, each area is captured perfectly. Plus the lighting and colors really make this game pop, making it one of the best looking games I've seen in a long ass time.
I just can't get over how good this game actually looks. I'm 20 hours into my platinum grind and it still looks great. Look at the detail, man. I love this shit. Oh, look at this. It looks so much like Venice Beach. It's crazy. Maybe that's why the maps are so small, because just the detail inside of each map is crazy. Maybe that's why they're lacking in other areas, just because of how good this game actually looks.
And I'm actually impressed for what the devs have done with this game graphically. The amount of detail when it comes to zombies is 10 out of 10. The gut spewing out of an open wound, or even the eyeball hangs out of a zombie's head when taking its head off, is truly amazing. It's crazy how good all the blood and guts of the zombies look in this game. When it comes to graphics, Dead Island 2 is close to a 10 out of 10. It really is, fellas. I'm sure you can nitpick something here and there, but for most casual and average gamers, you will love the look of this game, and it's not hard to be impressed with what they have done with the graphics when it comes to Dead Island 2. So the next thing I want to talk about is the combat mechanics. Another thing done well in Dead Island 2 is the combat mechanics. This is what makes the game fun and the main reason why you should play this, and the main reason that players keep coming back, because the combat mechanics are great. Don't get me wrong, the graphics are close to perfection, but the combat mechanics keep you wanting more and makes you want to play further. The damage that you do to zombies is freaking crazy. It's so realistic, watching heads roll or chopping off legs and arms like it's nothing. It makes the gameplay satisfying to take out every single zombie. You can't go past a zombie without trying to take it out. Just seeing all the different executions with every weapon is really worth it. And I mean it, every single weapon.
Got a good execution.
From Wolverine claws to sledgehammers, I wanted to see every single execution because it was cool to see. You literally punched a hole in a zombie's head while in slow motion. There was no better feeling than watching a giant hole in the face of a zombie after punching it square straight in the nose.
Oh, look at the hole through its head. Oh, shit. Oh, that was brutal.
Now for the bad when it comes to the combat mechanics. There are a lot of weapons, but most of the weapons do feel the same. A lot of the weapons have the same animations. There are only like 4 swing animations for all the weapons, but 80% of the weapons all have the same animation. You swing it to the left to right, then right to left, backwards and forwards, over and over and over again.
Left, right, left. Are all the animations the same? Let's try something else. Let's try a rake. Oh, it went right first. It's a little different. Left, right, left, right. What else do we have? Try a sword. Left, right. Oh, it's a bit faster, but. So the animations are the same, but they are a little different. And then you do have the power slice as well, so there are a few different, but yeah, it's pretty much the same for most of the weapons, which sucks. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more, but it is what it is. Yeah, so these weapons just have the poke animations. So it's either a poke or a swing, poke or swing, poke or swing. Pretty much all it is, which is a shame, to be fair. So that's one thing that this game is lacking, just a little bit of combat mechanic variety.
There are some poking animations and stabbing animations which change it up a little bit, but for the most part, like I said, 80% of the weapons all have the same animation. It really makes the combat repetitive. Plus, with only 3 elements, I think it's fire, electricity, and poison, it really gets stale quickly. We needed heaps of weapon mods, just like in Dead Island 1. They had like crazy blade spinners and crazy shit like that. They had so many different weapon mods in Dead Island 1, which was crazy, and that's what we needed in Dead Island 2. But we're just left with the 3 of the simplest weapon mods I've ever seen, and it gets boring very, very quickly. So let's be honest, when it comes to the story, this is the worst part of Dead Island 2. It's very short, very plain, and very boring. There isn't really much to talk about. You're pretty much a survivor that survives a plane crash. You find a few other survivors, you live in a house, and that's about it. There's a few things here and there, but it's pretty generic. Like I said, it's pretty short, it's pretty plain, it's pretty boring, and it's generic. It's
Side mission, but some of the side missions, the story is just terrible. Nothing links together, nothing at all. Like, and even the main story is nothing special, to be honest.
the same shit over and over and over again that you've seen in every zombie movie and every zombie video game before it. Yeah, there's some funny, quirky lines here and there that'll make you giggle, it'll make you chuckle, but it definitely feels pointless. It definitely feels like it's a bad story. And when missions overlap using the same rooms and same areas, it feels like that they didn't even care when it comes to mission story and mission design. The best thing about the story and the mission design is how they introduce new zombie types as bosses.
What is this thing?
Hey, waiter, I need you. You have to get
Oh, what the hell is this thing?
You have to get it.
Holy crap, is that a big monster in a wedding dress? She's beautiful. Oh, it's the fucking pedo clown again. Hello, nonce.
Bloody
Child snatch him. Oh no.
I do wish there were more boss fights and more zombie types in this game, but I must admit when I did fight a steroids-induced bride ready to rip my head off, adds more to the feeling of the game instead of just adding a zombie randomly in a game for the first time. You actually had to fight it for 5 or 10 minutes to see how hard these zombies were and create strategies to beat these zombies, but it just wasn't enough of it. Once you killed that zombie for the first time, you figured out the strategy and it was just the same thing over and over and over again. I just wish there was more zombie types to strategize against, because as I said, once you killed it once, it was the same thing over and over, other than just elemental immunities. So the next thing I want to talk about is random gameplay. Buying upgrades for weapons is way too expensive and pointless. When you try and buy something from a shop, it's way too expensive for what it is, and then when you try and upgrade your weapons from level 10 to level 15 or whatever, it's way too expensive. Just find weapons out in the map, it's way better than what you can buy or upgrade, in my opinion.
It costs 23,000 just to go up 1 level. It's absolutely ridiculous. 19,000 to go up 4 levels. 15,000, 14,000. They cost more than what the actual weapons do from the shop, and those ones are higher level. I can kind of understand these weapons, the legendary weapons, but not just average weapons like blue weapons. 15,000 just to go up 5 levels. That is ridiculous.
Kind of makes the buy stations completely pointless and useless in this game. The next thing that pisses me off in this game is when dying in the game won't give you back your medkits or your weapon durability, but the zombies have their health. It pisses me off.
I'm gonna run out of my good weapon. Oh no! I'm dead. Ah, shit, I ran into the pool. No, my first death. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Son of a bitch. Oh, my good weapons nearly ran out.
I'm not sure if this is by choice when you die to a boss, but you lose all your medkits and your weapon durability and you're just stuck, and the boss has full health again and you're at a huge disadvantage and you're stuck in the mission. It's really, really annoying. I don't know, as I said, if this is by design or what, but it is so bad. You don't want to use your medkits, because if you do use them and then you die, you're stuck with no medkits anymore, and then you're stuck with a boss with full health again. It really pisses you off. But the one thing thing that I did desperately want in this game was being able to drive cars like in Dead Island 1 or just some sort of vehicles instead of just running around, because it gets kind of boring and you would have been able to fly to different parts of the map instead of having a bloody loading screen. I can't have loading screens in 2025, especially when the map's this small. I should be able to drive or just fly to another location without having a bloody loading screen, because it takes you out of the immersion of the game. It would have been something so simple but added so much more to the exploration of this game. So all in all, Dead Island does a lot of things right, but it's not perfect by any means. But overall, the game loop can get boring from time to time, but it's beautiful. The environment never gets old for me. And at the end of the day, it's not a game that I could spend 100 hours playing. It's really not, but it is one hell of a game. It's a great game to finish and move on to something else. So as I said before, is Dead Island worth playing in 2025? I'm going to be real honest with you fellas. If you have Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation Plus, or maybe you find it on sale, yeah, it is. Pick it up, give it a try. But at the end of the day, I would recommend Dead Island 2 if you're a fan of the series and want to try it like what I did. There's no better time than now before it leaves PlayStation Plus, but graphically, it's a 9.5 out of 10. Gameplay, it's a solid 7.5 out of 10. Story, it's lacking a little bit. It's a 4.1 out of 10. And overall, I give it a solid 7.3 out of 10. With a few better weapon mods and elements for your weapons, this would have pushed the score up, and a few more animations, swings with the weapons, so I'm not just swinging the same weapons over and over again. Well, they're different weapons, but I just have the same swing animation, which makes it feel like the same weapon over and over and over again. It would have been great to see some crazy weapon mods like in Dead Island 1, because that's what made Dead Island 1 fun. But anyway, guys, I've talked and raved long enough. If you do like these rant, raves, whatever you want to call them, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below all your thoughts and opinions when it comes to Dead Island 2. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Leave it in the comments below, and don't forget to follow me over on Twitch at AussieFez with 2 Z's. But anyway, guys, I've talked and raved long enough. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch us later.